Oceanigot, Wade Blevins, Davato, Galiele, Jagedo, Kohig, Hia, Jalagina, Kine, RSU TV, we gonna new go, Kohig, Josh Kohina, Kine, Jalagia de low cost again. So welcome, my name is Wade Blevins. This is Cherokee 4 here on RSU TV. I'm very happy to be here. I believe today is our 34th, Cherokee lesson. And so if you remember the last time that we were together, we started slogging our way through the Blondie and Dagwood comic that was done in 1975, right? And we came across, some really interesting things. We came across some, really interesting words and ways that words were put together. And so this is really valuable stuff. So even though it's very difficult, and even for other speakers, because chances are the gentleman who translated this, even back in 1975, was probably, in his 30s or 40s, maybe even. And so, if he were still alive, he would be in his 80s or 90s today, so it's a different generation of speaking. So it's a lot more complicated, it's a lot more complex, but some of it, once we, as I was going through some of these words and things like that, and I was calling speakers, and I was like, hey, what's this word doing? I was like, I kind of know what it means, but what's all this extra stuff on here, and they were like, well, I don't know. But then once they started thinking about it, they're like, oh yeah, I remember hearing people say things like that, or I've heard people use that before, but they didn't themselves use it that way. So it's, been really, really beneficial, and maybe we'll even come across, some idioms or some ways of saying things that will add to our own way of speaking, right? To our own way that we talk. So anyway, let's get as far as we can through it. We'll go back through and I'll read through what we've done so far, and then we'll continue on. So come. Okay, so again, ustigil. That probably sounds better, ustigil. All right, so this says ustigil git anid junatlai. Sewa kohiwa usaig usatadid digia stiskest. Klasko yiskiolig aya itadod. Do hiu kayogo iskia joset. Do yu seno tla taline yidaganel tani. Atachewi jakewale skitawodoti skitawetoti. Oh, dohile. Do you kayon unegilt ijadantid. Okay, so that's as far as we got the last time. So let's go back through and see if we remember what's going on, right? So ustigil, Blondie, right? Ustigil, gitlanid junatlai. So Blondie and the puppies that they have, right? So then it says, sewo kohiwa usaig. So perhaps, maybe just for tonight, usatadid around back, DGS disgest, I'll go in. I'm going to go in. Okay. Klasko yiski yo leg. Don't you recognize? Don't all of you, right? Don't all of you recognize me? Aya ichatod. I, myself, your all of your dad, your father, ichatod. Dohiyu kayogo iskia joset. Iskia joset. This is, for real, you're a lot of trouble, right? You're bothersome to me, Do you seno tlataline yidaganeltan. Yidaganeltan. True, but I won't try that again. Tachewi, Cherokee, skitawe dote. Dagwood, did you forget to kiss me? Oh, dohiyule. Oh, that's true. That's right. Dohiyule. Do you kayo une guilt ijadantate ijadantid. So you all of you really are thinking ugly, is what that says. All of you are really thinking ugly. Okay? All right, so let's continue on. Let's see how much more. So we're going to do hers first. She says, Adajewe hawiya es no uwan seed. Okay? So Adajewi. Again, I'm pretty sure that's Dagwood's name. Adajewi. Hawiya es. The meat. Hawiya es. Okay. So the meat, Noah. Usually we would say Nowu or Nogu. Noah means now, which is kind of funny because it sounds kind of like now, right? Noah, now. Uwan seed. Okay. So uwans. You may remember from a previous lesson, we learned that word uwans. It means like to be ripe, right? To be ripe. But in this case, of course, we're talking about meat, right? So meat is doesn't get ripe, right? It gets ready. So, and then this CD means it's about to be that way. Okay, in the future. It's fixing to be that way. Okay, so this CD means in the future it's going to be in the state that we're talking about. It's in this case uwants, ready or ripe. So it's saying it's about almost That's a good way. So let's read it together. Atachewi hawiya es noa uwan siti. So the meat is I believe that this would see, and here is the problem again, because we're trying to read through this, and it looks like but it also kind of looks like how we es. I believe it's Tachewi hawiya es noa uwan siti. Okay? So let's go to the next one. Okay. So let's see. Let's read through it. Okay. O Sani. Gi lo wa iusti. We g ya de la de la i. Gi cli de galojan i. Okay, so Osani, that means that's fine, great, awesome. Okay, Osani. You can hear the word osi and osta, right? Osani means that's fine. Okay. Kiloiust means in a little while, in a little bit. Kiloiust. We go ya de la de la. We go ya de la de la. We go ya de la. It means I'm going to join you. Okay, I'm going to join you. Okay. We go ya de la. We go ya de la de la. We go ya de la de la. Gitli, the dogs. Degelojana. I'm gonna degelojanai. I'm gonna feed them. Okay, degelojana. So it says, fine. In a bit, I'll join you when I feed the dogs. Okay, degelojana. Let's read through it one more time, or a couple more times together. It says, O Sani, kiloiust, we go ya de la I, gitli, de kelojanai. Okay, de kelojanai. All right, next one. So I'm going to give you just a few seconds for you to make your way through it yourself. See if you can at least read it, read the syllabary. And then we'll go through it together, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple seconds for you to do it yourself. And then we'll do it together. Okay. So let's read through this. Part of this you should know. This says ahani, ahani. Ga do ha, gadoha. I jagadosti, I jaktostiwu. Okay, I jaktostiwu. Okay, I jaktostiwu. So, as you read through it, right, it didn't make a whole lot of sense. I jagadostiwu. Okay, but if you say I jaktostiwu, you might recognize that. Okay. Skeg. Skega. Skega. Okay. Na. I G lagodi. I G lagdi. Jiki. Jik or jiki. Okay. So some of these words you might know, some of them you might not. How about ahani or ahan? Very important word if you don't already know it. Try to add it to your vocabulary. Ahan or ahani means here. So he said ahani, here. Gadoha, why? Ijak tostimu. Okay, ijak toast is you all are staring at it. Okay, that wu is just or only. So, gatoha ijak tosti wu. Why are you just staring at it? Means all of you, all of you. Okay. Gatoha ijak tosti wu. Why are you all just staring at it? Okay. Skega na ijilak dijik. So in this, skega is kind of another way of saying really. Na, this or that. Ijilakti, you all love it. Jik, that is, okay? So, it's saying, this is really something that you like. So that'd be another way of saying this is your favorite. This is your all's favorite. Okay, this is the thing that you all like. Okay, let's read it again. Ahani. Katoha ijak tostiwa. Skega na ijalak dijik. Okay. Ahani. Katoha ijak tostiwa. Skega na ijilak dijik. Okay. So let's see. Oh. And so then you see the dogs are all angry and they're walking away, right? So we're going to read this one right here. Okay. This, I'll give you a few seconds to read through it yourself, and then we will try and read through it together. Okay. So, let's read through it together slowly. So, this is O, C, remember we're right here. O, C, Gu, Ge, San. O, C, Gu, Ge, San. A, C, Na, Na, De, Lo, Qua, Skan, Na. Je, Ge, San. U, Ni, Go, Li, Ye, Di, I. Okay. So, O, Si, Gu, Ge, San means it was good. O sequel means it's just fine. Okay, o done, it's just fine. Okay, gesa puts it in the past. So o sequel gesa, it was good. It was good. Si before. Si before. No, they or the. Nadel Kwaskan. You may know the word Adelo Kwask. Means you might know the word school or the word for learner, and it means to learn. Nadel Kwaskan, and that in and the gun makes it the opposite. Remember, we've talked about that in previous lessons. So before they didn't learn, right? Before they didn't learn, Tukesa was unigoli and means for them to read. Okay, so O si equigesa, it was good. Si before na del quascana, before they didn't know how or they didn't learn. Tegesa, that used to be unigoliedi, to read. Okay. So what they're saying there is it was good before they learned to read, right? It was good before they didn't know how, when they didn't know how to read, right? So, and this is kind of one of those instances where the joke sort of falls flat because we'll go back a little bit. So in the original version, when Blondie is talking to Dagwood, she doesn't say Hawiya. She spells it, right? She says Steak, right? So, and so then he's like, okay, and then he puts it out, and then in the original it says, well, it was so much better before they learned to spell. But it doesn't really work all in Cherokee because, for one, if you spell something in Cherokee, you just sound it out, ha, we, ya, right? Because the name of the letter is the name of the character is the sound it makes, ha, we, ya, right? So, it doesn't. It's a joke that doesn't really work in Cherokee, but still, it's got some good things for us to learn in the process. So I just thought I needed to explain to you what the joke was, because you go through there and you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense because they're not reading anything, right? But in the original joke, they spelled it, and in the original joke, it said, well, it was funny, or it was a lot better before they learned to spell, or before they learned to read, right? Okay, so let's go on. We're going to read this one here. So I'll give you a few seconds for you to go through it yourself, and then we'll see how you do. Okay? All right, let's read through it together. This says, e do da, e do da, na gi kli a ni da, kla yana li sta ya huska ugodi judalenad uli suyana unigiste. Okay. So, let's go word by word. Edota. That means dad. Okay, that's the form of the word dad if you're talking directly to him, like you're trying to get his attention. Like mom, mom, mom. That edod, dad. Na gitli anid, the puppies. Claw, negative or no or not. Yanal staya ska. Yanal staya ska. They're not having a meal, so they're not eating their meal. Pla yanal staya ska. So the puppies aren't eating the meal. Ugodi. This ugodi means a considerable amount, or considerable, a significant amount. And we'll talk about this word here in just a second, okay? So ugodi. Judalenad, that's like, judalenad means different kinds of things. Judalenad means different things. Ulsuyana, ulsuyana. To me, that's like it's ulsuyan mixed in. Unikist, their food, unigist, for them to eat. Okay, so etod na kitli anid tla yanalstaya huska ugod judalenad ulsuyana 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 ulsu. Yeah, yana unigisti. Okay, I was making sure that this is ya, because again, it's hard to see, it's hard to read. So this word, the rough translation of this is like, Dad, the dogs aren't eating because there are lots of different things mixed into their food. Okay, now the original says, let me see what the original says. The original says, Dad, the pups won't eat their supper because there are a lot of vegetables in it. Okay. So let's see where we are. Okay. Let me make sure I have. Okay, yeah, I do. Okay. Okay. So this ugodi. This is used, and let's just quickly all right, so let's just go through so if we go and we look at the Cherokee dictionary and we look for words that have ugodi, here it is here, this word, this uweya awadawosti ugod agilant si na adawosti kesa. Okay, so in this case, ugodi means, goes with this word agilant. Agilant means to like it. Ugod means to like it more, okay? And here we have this sentence. Ka go ugodi asamadiya nihi ejadoke. Okay? So, ka go ugodi asamadiya. Who is more smart, okay? Or for us, we would say smarter, right? So who is more smart? Okay, so this ugodi means more or a lot, in excess or surplus of, right? So in this case, we see it, ugodi. In this case, it just means a large amount, okay? Judalenud, a large amount of various things, judalenud, different things, right? Okay, so then he says, I'll let you read it. He says, Aguantada, Aguantada, Okay. Aguantada. That means I know. Right? Okay. All right, let's read the next one. Okay. Hang on, give me just a second. Okay, so then here's the next one. So you look and he's looking and all the puppies are mad at him, right? Okay, so I'll give you just a few seconds to read through it yourself. Okay. So let's read through this one together. This is quite a long sentence for us as learners, right? So it may take us a little bit. Let's read through it first, then we'll go through it word by word. So, do, he, you, kayo. Do, he, you, kayo. Okay. I, ji, you, zhen. I, ji, you, zhen. Okay. Enuste, enuste. Okay. Ni jatane, ni jatane. Okay. Squuke, squuke. Waka, hawiya. Egineti, egineti. Ijadule. Okay, so you might recognize some of these words. Of course, we have this famous dohiyu kayon, dohiyu kayon. Really, for real, right? That's our new favorite word, right? Dohiyu kayon, for real. 一之有真, 一之有真. This means to be spoiled. It can be, now eg means all of you. All of you. 一之有, uyo means bad, or it means spoiled, it means rotten. You know. So, and then the zhen means become that way. So, 一之有真, you've become spoiled, you've become rotten, you've become bad. Enusti, ni jitane, means you're acting that way. Enusti ni jitane, means you're acting like that. Okay, like sometimes I'll say to my daughter, I'll say, to ni jitane, or ni jitane hest, right? And it means, like calm down. It means act calm. Okay, so ni jitane means really to do it, but in this case it means kind of act that way. So dohiyu kayon, ijiyo zhen, enust ni jitane. Squeal, okay. Squeal means also or as well. Okay, is asking, like or not, Waka, cow. Hawiya, meat, so beef or steak. Waka hawiya is beef or steak. Ejineti, me to give to you, okay? Ichatuli, you all want. So, in true Cherokee fashion, right, if we start at the back and we work our way forwards, it makes more sense in English. So, this last part, this could really be put into two separate sentences, right? This dohiyu kyo ijiota enust nijatane can all be one sentence, and that means, you know, you're really acting spoiled. You're really acting rotten, right? Ijiota, ijiota, you're all rotten, right? Enus nijatane. So you're all acting that way. Then if we take the second half, skuke, wakahawiya, ejineti itaduli. If we take it from the backwards to the front, itaduli, you all want, ejineti, me to give you, wakahawiya, beef or steak, cow meat, literally wakahawiya, cow meat, okay? Skuke as well. So you all really want me to give you steak as well, you know. So that's why they're mad, because they know that Dagwood and Blondie are having steak, and they're having to eat dog food, right? So that's why they're so angry. Okay. All right. So then the next one we will do. All right, let me give you just a few minutes. And then we'll go through that one, okay? Okay. All right. In just a minute. Okay. Okay. So, this says, udlo yigu, ayan chitadiki, okay, chitadiki. Okay, so udlo yigu means it's the same. Ayan chitadiki, that it's the same that we're eating. It's the same thing that we're eating, okay? Utloyiku aya chitatiki. It's the same thing that we're eating. Okay, and he says, aya usku, me also, telidon, we skilidasi. So, yes. Ayen squ, me too, me as well. Aya, ayen, right? Ayen, me. Squ, as well. Ayen squ, me too. Teldon, a plate. We go. Skili dasi, go make one. Go make one. So, go make me a plate as well. Is really what they're saying there, right? Okay. Tlo yiku aya chita tiki. Aya sku teldon wiskili dasi. Okay, so let's read through this. We've just got a few minutes left. Let's read through as far as we've gotten. So remember we talked about how it doesn't work exactly. The jokes don't always land in English as they do in Cherokee because we think of things differently and when we write things differently. So let's read through it slowly together. Just we're not going to translate it. I just want you to listen to it. Ustigil gitli anid junatla. Sewa kohiwa usa ik usatadid digias disgest. Klasko yiskioleg aya ijadod. Dohiyu kayogo iskia joset. Doyu I seno tla taline yidaganel tani. Adajewi jakewale skitawe dote. Oh, dohiyu le. Doyu kayo unegilti ijadan did. Atajewi hawiya snow one seed. O sani kilo used wigaya del wigaya de yigaya del that's a hard word for me to say. Wigaya de la git de kilo jana. This is a hard sentence for me. Wigaya de la. See that whole de la. Wigaya de la gitli de kilo jana. Honey, do you gado ijak toastiwa skeg na ijilak dijik. O siwa gesa si na dedlo na del kwasken jagesa unigoli yedi. Edod na gitli need tla yanalstaya huska ugod judalenad ulsuyana unigisti. Aguantada, I know, right? Aguantada. Dohiyu kayo ijiyoja enusti nijadane skuke wakahawiya ejineti ijaduli. All right, so that's all the time that we have for today. We're a little past time. So I just want to say from all of us here at RSU TV and Cherokee Nation, Wadon, Dondago Heli, Jadok Sauce Dest.